André said, hey, the South got something to say. And so when you say that, man, especially in New York at the 95 Source Awards, basically what that did, that put the bullseye on your back.
Real hip hop got everybody talking. Let's go. Yeah, keep it 100 and stay true. Hosted by my homie Q. Tune in and come through. Yeah, this be the spot, the #1 place all day. This is HipHop-Album-Debate. Let's go. Hey, yeah.
Welcome to HipHop-Album-Debate, the podcast. This is episode 100. That's right. We keeping it a buck on episode a buck. And the debate topic is, which was the better album between OutKast's ATLiens or Aquemini? All right. But before we get into this conversation, you guys be sure to like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Dig that. Man, I picked these two OutKast albums because they're not, ironically, these are not my two favorite OutKast albums. One of them is, the other one is third, which we'll get into that later. But I thought these were two important times because, two important pieces because remember, André said, hey, the South got something to say. And so when you say that, man, especially in New York at the 95 Source Awards, basically what that did, that put the bullseye on your back. I like to equate that to, just think about your little cousin or your little homeboy keep telling you, man, hey, I can rap. They begging you. Man, listen to my rap. I can spit something. You don't got time. You don't want to hear it, but they keep bugging you. Find a lead like CC Peniston. You make time. And you tell them to spit something. If you come with that rat out the cat, bet on the red, not the black, oh, you won't give him the time of day. And so OutKast had to come with it. And so the first album was dope, Southern Playlist, the Cadillac Funky Music. The second and third albums, I feel like that solidify your legends in the game. Whether it's you think about somebody like EPMD, they had the Strictly Business. Then they hit us with the So What You Saying on the Unfinished Business. And then they hit you with the Business as Usual. Same with 8Ball and MJG. They hit you with the Coming Out Hard. Then the following year, On the Outside Looking In. And then the following year, or 2 years later, they come out with On Top of the World. Again, so that's the reason why I picked these two albums, OutKast. So we'll start with ATLiens. ATLiens dropped in 1996. What was on there? Well, first and foremost, I like what they were doing in terms of the whole aliens. A lot of people, if you're not a fan of George Clinton and the Parliament Funkadelics, then you wouldn't know that Kast was influenced by them, which is a beautiful thing. If you're gonna be influenced by somebody, that's not a bad legend to be influenced by, and that was apparent with the album cover. They even had George Clinton on the album, which was beautiful. The beats was funky, kind of had some Parliament infusion, just in terms of the sound. Not the funkiest album, because I think Stankonia was the funkiest out of all the OutKast albums, but it was definitely heading that direction. But ATLiens had what? Elevators. And it is funny, man, if you go back and listen to that song, you think about it, man, this 96. Man, rappers bragging and lying and about the money that they got, the cars that they got. We wouldn't know until later on, with the whole, when they get the revealing about how, hey, we didn't make any money. Yeah, we like TLC, man, we sold millions and millions of records, and we had to file bankruptcy. But if you can recall, OutKast, I just look at Speaking Dre verse particularly, hey, he spoke on that. You know what I'm saying? Stopped by the mall the other day, heard a call from the other way. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he letting dude know, hey, yeah, true, I got more fans than the average man, but not enough loot to last me to the end of the week. I live by the beat like you live check to check. So it really isn't much separation. Man, OutKast, they speaking on this in '96, man. Not too long after that, what we hearing songs like I, I got enough loot or whatever to rearrange the whole set. Got a Benz that I ain't even drove yet. Hey, that's cool. That was dope. Did hit Mace. We love that. But Andre giving us the real. Big Boy giving us the real. But anyway, what else on ATLiens? You had two dope boys in the Cadillac. That was a banger. Of course, the title track. Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. So you got that. Wheels of Steel, Jazzy Bell. Hey, if you displeased with how sisters are acting, we was, hey, again, Big Boy, Andre, they touched on it. This is '96. Oh, Decatur Psalms. It won't be over till that big girl from Decatur sing. That's my go-to song now. Like when Alabama, when my roll tide playing Georgia, and then they finally get a chance to beat us. Hey, I'm like, it ain't over till that big girl from Decatur sing. Like to 0-0 in the fourth quarter. Then usually, all right, yeah. We didn't took the L, we took the L. But anyway, um, so moving along. Again, this by this time, man, they cocky. They starting to get more and more comfortable in their own skin. Hey, they hollering out certain parts of Atlanta, like the way the New York guys shout out boroughs, Queens, and Brooklyn, and Staten Island. They doing that with College Park, Decatur, East Point. So they just as cocky, which is what you need when you make a bold statement that the South got something to say. You gotta stand on that. And you gotta represent that. You gotta be cocky with it. And they were. Um, Moving along to Aquemini 2 years later. Again, they get more and more comfortable in their own skin by the time Aquemini hits. Look at the album cover. Return of the G. My top, definitely top 5 OutKast song for me personally. Go back and listen to, look at what's happening now in the black community, black America. I'm talking to you, talking to us. Some of the issues that was going on, some of the issues that's causing us problems now. Go back and listen to Return of the G. If you can recall that HBO special, Chris Rock, when he said, "I love black folks, but I hate niggas." Go back and listen to Return of the G. Moving along. All right, this album. What else on this album? Rosa Parks. Oh, the Spodiote Dopalicious. Still hit the beat. It's still a hit. Liberation. Oh man. Liberation. Oh man. Can't worry about what another nigga think. Now that's liberation, baby, and I want it. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. I think OutKast, I like to equate them to Dennis Rodman. Y'all stay with me. I'm gonna be brief. When Dennis Rodman, when he was with the Pistons, when he was with the Bad Boy Pistons, he was still Bad Boy Pistons, but he was still a Bad Boy Pistons, but it was another layer that he had to tap into. I like to equate that to OutKast's Southern Playalistic Cadillac Funky Music album. Dennis Rodman goes to the Spurs. okay, he's starting to dye his hair. He's still number 10, starting to get some tattoos, but he's starting to find himself. That's ATLiens. You did what I'm saying? Uh, David Robinson want to talk about God. And Dennis Rodman, like, man, look, I believe in God, but I also believe I want to sleep with Madonna. I also believe I want to sleep with Carmen Electra. I also believe I want to party hardy. He go to the Bulls. He unapologetically himself. He's been liberated. He done married himself. he done changed his number from 10 to 91. He's dyeing his hair all kinds of different colors, more so than what he was doing with the Spurs. More tattoos. Hey, during the basketball season, he tell Phil Jackson, man, hey, I need a vacation. I need to go to Vegas. I need to. I'm tired of looking at hard legs. I need to look at some whores. I need to gamble and I need to drink. I'm tired of looking at Jordan. I'm tired of looking at Pippen. I'm tired of looking at Tony Kukoc. I want to go look at some whores and gamble. He was liberated. To me, that's OutKast is Aquemini. But which was my favorite album? Between the two, ATLiens. ATLiens. You get, man, from start to finish, it's jamming. Aquemini is about 2 tracks that I may skip over out of 16, which isn't bad. But ATLiens, from start to finish, straight bang. But let's go to the comments and see what the people had to say. All right, Eric Houston writes, Aquemini is more polished. They definitely had a bigger budget and utilized it well. Plus, it had funny skits. Y'all look like some thugs. Oh, yeah, that skit after Return of the G. Hey, we don't keep any money in the register. All right, PDub004 writes, Southern Playalistic, they walked on the stage and said the South had something to say. ATLiens, they said it. Aquemini, well, it spoke for itself. Low Country Vale writes, they aight, but nothing spectacular. Imp Man writes, Aquemini, the best, but for some reasons, ATLiens, my favorite. Donovan Crawford the first writes, I ain't picking. One of one writes, I refuse to choose. Enough shit. I hope I said that right. If I messed your name up, man, hey, please forgive me. Please forgive me. He writes, Aquemini is where they really define their style and sound. That's when Stankonia Studios was cooking up unique beats like Bonds Over Bad Dad, Rosa Parks, Spodioti Dopalicious. I give it to Aquemini. Craig Horton writes, both albums are classics, but for me, it's ATLiens. Elevators is the song that got them the respect as artists. Boney Lady writes, ooh, that's tough. I go with Aquemini. Texas Highsider writes, ATLiens is complete album from start to finish. But we're going to go to the polls and see what the polls had to say. 48% said ATLiens, 52% said Aquemini. We need a recount. It's a witch hunt going on, man. Nah. Man, this probably, out of all the polls I've done, all the debates I've done, this is probably the closest I've had, and well deserving. Again, these are 2 albums, man, that solidified them and made them who they were. That's just my recollection of the situation. Y'all marinate on that. 3 words. I'm gone. Peace.
Hey,